Another beautiful question that we have is, our Sudhir Ghosh has asked this question that Swamiji says, stand up and express the divinity within you. This is Swamiji's one statement. Stand up and express the divinity within you. So the question is, what is this divinity and how can we experience it? Now, this is what we have been discussing till now. That is why I said most of the questions are all interconnected. What is this divinity? To put it in a very simple manner, divinity is that which doesn't change. Everything we are experiencing in life is changeful. So that thing is divine, which doesn't change, which is above death, which is above pain and suffering, which is blissful, which by nature is eternal and blissful. That is divine. Now we can use any number of words to describe this divinity, but no words can describe this divinity in its entirety. Words can only hint at it. At the most, we can negatively talk about it. We can say that, you see, whatever we are experiencing in life, this body, this mind, and all the objects of life, these are all transient, these are all ephemeral, these are all for just a short period of time. But behind this changing phenomenon, there is one unchanging dimension of human personality. This unchanging dimension of human personality is what is referred to as divine. So Swamiji's statement is, stand up and express, manifest your divinity. This is a beautiful teaching. Swamiji says, arise, awake and stop not till this goal is reached. This is the main goal of human life, to experience this divinity. But how are we going to do that? To do that, as I said before, we have to practice tapas, swadhyaya and Ishvara pranidhana. The life has to be tapas centered. Tapas means what? A life which is centered in self-mastery. The mastery of the body, the mastery of the mind, and the mastery of the ego. When these three things are mastered, in and through that, the divinity gets manifested in course of time. And another way of gaining the self-mastery is, in the words of Swami Vivekananda, is the practice of the 4 yogas. Very simple, Swamiji has beautifully stated. The practice of the 4 yogas. We have 4 yogas, the Jnana Yoga, the Bhakti Yoga, the Raja Yoga, and the Karma Yoga. These 4 yogas. These 4 yogas put together, it will result in the awakening of the sleeping soul. So to put it in a simple language, divinity is that which is the unchanging dimension of the human personality. And all the best things of human life comes from this unchanging dimension of human personality. All the best things of human life comes from the non-physical dimension of the human personality, and never from the changing dimension, never from the transient dimension, never from the physical dimension. We think that the body can give us pleasures and happiness. Never. We think that different objects can give us happiness. Never. All the best things that human beings are actually seeking in life, it comes from the non-physical dimension, it comes from the non-changing dimension of human personality. It can never come from the physical, it can never come from the transient dimension of life and existence.